at 5:30, new information this evening about one of the Duval Jail corrections officers stripped of his corrections powers after the death of inmate Charles Faggart.
News4Jax has learned Sergeant William Cox has been disciplined multiple times in his past by JSO, and the corrections officer has an arrest record, as first reported by the Tributary.
I did speak with Cox by phone today, our crime and safety analyst and a civil rights group. It's been 3 months and 11 days since Duval County jail inmate Charles Faggart was declared brain dead after what police refer to as an incident in the jail. According to a medical report released by Faggart's family, the 31-year-old had multiple fractures, bruises, damage to his internal organs, and a stun gun barb pulled from his back. The 9 corrections officers involved in the incident have been reassigned within JSO, and News4Jax has learned information about 45-year-old Sergeant William H. Cox's past, who was in a supervisory role leading up to Faggart's death. According to records obtained by the Tributary, dating back to as early as the year 2000, Cox was previously arrested for battery and intentional threats to do violence and arrested for breaking into an ex-girlfriend's home. Those charges were either dropped or Cox was found not guilty. He also had arrests for reckless driving in open container and an arrest for DUI. The DUI charge was resolved through a non-contest plea to reckless driving. News4Jax also learned Cox had been investigated 6 times since 2018 while employed with JSO. 4 of those complaints were sustained for not conforming to work standards. A complaint of violating the response to resistance policy was also sustained, where Cox was accused of pepper spraying an inmate at close range. Cox's penalties included written reprimands and formal and informal counseling.
It is surprising somewhat that, this officer would still be in a leadership capacity at the Duval County Jail, particularly with such a sordid history.
Michael Sampson, who's the executive director of the Jacksonville Community Action Committee, emphasizes the need for civilian oversight through a public safety committee to prevent such incidents.
From our conversations with folks in the community, it's a wide majority who believe that there should be justice in this case, and the state attorney should, hold those officers accountable for their actions that day.
News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney, who has more than 20 years experience with JSO, had this to say about Cox's past arrests.
It's always a good indicator of future performance by past performance, and it's a little disturbing that the sheriff's office didn't turn him away as a candidate.
I also did reach William Cox by phone today, who told me that he wished he could tell the public his side of the story regarding what happened at the jail, but he says he can't because of this investigation. He also adamantly denies that he is a bad person, as some may perceive him from recent media reports. And he says when the investigation is over, he and others will consider speaking publicly.